You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. You know the vibes. Happy Thursday. Friday almost here. I cannot wait. It's been a long week, man. I'm here with the Black Ink crew, New York recap. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that beautiful stuff. This episode was like, I don't know, I just feel like this show is hard for me to feel. Hold on, let me say this. The show was basically about the passing of Kid's mother. And I feel like with this show, it's so much foolishness that goes on and so much stupid stuff that happens. It's hard to actually let them give me an episode where it makes me feel, you know what I'm saying, sad. Like, I feel bad that her mother passed. You know, she died from cancer. I forget what type it was, but it spread extremely quick. I'm assuming the treatment is when they, was not enough to, stop the cells from spreading, so she passed. But I just, it didn't put me in that mood where, I low-key wanna, shed a tear. And I'm not saying that it was, but I just think with all the foolishness that goes on this show, and even on this episode, it was like a little bit of foolishness that kind of aggravated and distracted me from actually feeling, some empathy as well as sympathy, for Kit and her situation. So, that was that. So anywho, the review will be short because, like I said, it was pretty much centered around that. But, so Kit's mother passed. I didn't really realize how close her and Tati was, because I remember last season they had got into it near the end or whatever, but I never knew that they actually made up and, became as close as they did. So, Tati came to the shop, and I definitely didn't realize that Kit and Donna was close, but I do remember she feeling the waves when the whole season Ted jumped Donna's boyfriend, etc., but still, so, Kit, I guess she tells Tati comes to the shop with the news, and she kind of rushes in tears or whatever, and she calls Donna to the back, and Donna was just like, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Just that energy, and you can see it's something obviously wrong with her, which is some of the foolery that I was referring to, and I say it was hard for me to actually get, to feel a certain way. So anywho, Donna went to the back. Tati told her, Kit mother passed, and I just didn't like Donna's reaction. You know what I'm saying? It was just like she turned her head like this. She was like, oh girl, that's sad. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like her reaction. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend was like, it didn't bother her because she understands, when she hear tragic news sometimes, the first thing she do is her cheeks start rising as if she almost smiling because she's in shock, but that's not the case. But I just don't like Donna. I don't feel like nothing about her is authentic when it comes to, empathizing with anyone else, especially on the show. So at that point, I don't know who idea was, Tati or Donna, to go tell Caesar and Teddy. So Donna went and got both of them. And they came out, and their reaction was completely different. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that you're supposed to act a certain way, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they told Caesar and Ted, they was, Ted was like, no, Caesar was like, word, yo. I just seen Kid's mother last year. Everything was all good. And then Ted's reaction was, are you serious? Wow. How's she doing? It was just a different reaction. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But nevertheless, from that point on, from that point on, Tati and Donna made the decision that they was going to go to DC to, show Kit some support at her mother's funeral. Which is, what you need to do, friend. You know what I'm saying? So they made that decision. So they asked Caesar, was he gonna go? And Caesar was kind of like, I I ain't gonna be able to make it. I have other obligations. I'm booked 6 months out. I'm running 3 shops. Like, I'm just not gonna be able to make it. And so, you know, Tati and Donna, they felt the way. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, especially Donna was like, so you mean to tell me you can't be there for a person that you had serious relations with? And, you know, I felt some type of way when she said that, because but I guess that's why you don't bring personal business or mix, you know, pleasure with professional, or whatever it is, personal with professional, because you open yourself up for stupid critics like that, stupid comments like that. But I guess the reason I didn't like it is because they been over. They wasn't even really a thing as far as from what TV shows. It was just more so they was messing around. But even still, like, I guess it's different when you single and, you know what I'm saying, somebody from your past, they going through something, they experiencing something, and you show support. That's different, because if he was in a relationship and she was like, she said that, I'd be looking at her like stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish, you know, I ain't gonna even take it up, but I just think it's different, because when you're in a relationship, man, like, everybody different in these relationships, man. Some people be like, well, you just better pray for them, because you sure ain't going to show your face around the family, and they tell you how much they miss you, and, you know, all this and all that. But I don't know, I just didn't like that. But anyway, so Tati and Donna, they head up to DC. They drove up there, and Caesar surprised them, which, I mean, deep down, I felt like he was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's a close group of, I don't even know what to call them. I definitely want to call them family, because they dysfunctional. So that's a close group, and, you know, he showed support to everybody else in the shop. You know, I remember old shit was back on cocaine or whatever type of drug. He showed love. I remember when Alex went to jail for child support and everything else, he showed love. So he does show love, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too surprised that he actually showed up. So I was happy. Kit was happy that they showed love and they showed up. So it all worked out. So anyways, back at the shop, you know, Puma is half owner of 113. So he brought this new chick in named London to be the event coordinator. Bay, Donna was not having it. They thinking that this man trying to replace Kit, you know what I'm saying, while she out dealing with the loss of her mother. And everybody at Ted, Puma, Caesar, it was like event coordinator and brand ambassador is completely different titles. Like, and then, you know, it was just like, well, you know, Kit does that. But here's the thing. As an employee, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna take something off my plate and not dock my pay, please be my guest. That's all I'm saying. If Kit's still gonna be making the same wage and Caesar's not gonna dock her pay, or Puma isn't gonna dock her pay, then what does it matter that you bring somebody else in and take one, you know, duty from her? Which, I mean, I don't even know what a brand ambassador does. Like, I really don't. But that was foolishness in itself. So anyways, moving on. Also, this episode, I don't know why they trying to make us really care a ways about, I forgot to say that girl in London. She's a therapist, psychologist, or whatever. And when Bae was attacking her, she was just like, you know, I'm a licensed therapist. I can tell that this is coming from, you know, another place. You want to talk about it. She just feel like she's a good vibe, a good addition to Black Ink. And we all know Ted wants her. You know what I'm saying? He has no game. Every woman that comes in the shop, he wants, and he normally gets. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't know why they trying to make us care, at least make me. You guys may care about Bae and her baby daddy, or husband or whatever issues. Because I don't. Bae mother went back to China because she's just like, y'all need to work it out. You know, I guess the Chinese don't believe in divorce and, you know, that sort of thing. And my thing is, you know, it's hard to say. You know, I know I've made little slick comments doing the reviews, but we only heard one side of the story, you know what I'm saying? And I will say, you know what I'm saying, the show portrays Bae as being on her own. She's about to enter life as a single mother, and it just seems like Buddy just up and dip. That's what it's portraying him to be. That's the hard part about being on reality TV, is that you cannot control the narrative, or, you know what I'm saying, the image that they actually give your, not really character, but you know, yourself on the show. I would love to hear his side. I just know she said something at the beginning of the season that he hurt his back and was physically unable to work, so he lost his job, and things just kind of started going downhill from there. So, and she was complaining about pulling extra hours at Black Ink, which, I mean, y'all know how I feel about that. But anyway, so the baby mama went back because she don't believe in it. She was like, that's not what's best for the son, and you know, X, Y, and Z. And Bae said something that kind of made me, you know, scratch my bald head for a second. She was like, you know, me leaving Rob is the best thing that I can do for Nico. I don't know how I feel about that. And I understand where she was coming from, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to have arguments, you know, in front of him. I understand all of that. But I don't know how it is for Nico, when Nico just an innocent baby and he really don't know what's going on. I don't think he's at that age where he understands that his mother and father, you know, splitting up or whatever the case is. So I didn't like when she said that. But anywho, this episode was just pretty much focused around those two topics: Kit mother's death and Bae and her marital issues, which I could completely care less about. But it was nice to see the Caesar, you know, he put the Black Ink fam first, showed up for Kit, showed love, showed support. You know what I'm saying? You can tell it meant a lot to her, but that was pretty much this episode, man. I say not too much, but that's all I have. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Everybody be sure to like, comment, and share. And I'll holler at you guys later. I'm out of here. Peace.